Thank you for joining the show. Let me just make sure this mic is working. Yes, it is. So, thanks for joining my show, the Mr. E Show. What was I calling it today? The Mr. E, well, whatever the name it is today. The Mr. E Show. Today with your host, Mr. E, or Ed, and today we're gonna talk about StepN. It's a move to earn app. What time is it right now? It is like 1:30 in the morning. In Amsterdam, it's raining. What a week! Happy Friday, everybody! Happy Friday! It's been quite a week this week. I don't know about you, but for me it was quite just busy. A lot of things going on. I think I actually went live a couple times. Was that this week? And I was when in not my last episode, but the one before this one. I did say that I was gonna go live the next day, and I never did for the StepN, and I just didn't. But this is better because this is 1 month, because today's run was on the 30th of September. Now it's the 1st of October. So happy Saturday, actually. So I'm going to talk about StepN. I've been using it for a month now, so I'm going to give a really review on how I've been using it. And is it a cool app? Is it something worth doing, or is it just one complete Ponzi scheme or money grab? That's what we're trying to find out here today on the show. Okay, hold on. Right, so StepN is it's a move to earn app. It's built on the Solana network, right? Let's see if we can see some more stuff here. Is there something to scroll down? Where basically you could earn crypto. In this case, they're GST for running or walking, right? And with GST, of course, you can convert that to exchange it to trade it to Solana or GMT. That's the governance token, and then you could also exchange that on the market for whatever, like Bitcoin, whatever. So you're basically earning crypto to run or walk. And I'm just gonna jump right in. I prepared this because you can just go to the website and check all this stuff out. Actually, I want to see if I go to the marketplace, do I have to log in to access this? I want to see if I can get into the market. Yeah, we might have to do that in a bit, actually, later. But for now, let's just jump in with. I prepared a presentation. To be honest, I finished this like a couple of weeks ago, so that I'm just gonna let's just get through it. All right, so whatever. Speculatively, I feel that StepN's a pretty cool thing because it's the first to market. It's in that whole move to earn. It kind of plays in line with the whole. It's a gaming theory. So it's like play to earn. In this case, you're playing by moving. And let's see, prime. So this could be. It's set up already. So for example, say some big sneaker company like just anything, Nike, Adidas, whatever. This is completely. I'm not trying to start a rumor here or anything, but it's completely speculative. But say they wanted to get into space, they could, in theory, buy a company like this, right? Because it's already. They're the first one that I know of that's already working, up and running, and I think they're the only one still because actually, when I got into this, I actually, I was in Greece last month, and the last I was having dinner with my girlfriend, and the last night we were there, I was paying the bill with my crypto.com card. Then we started talking about crypto, and then we were talking about StepN, and he gave me an activation code. As a matter of fact, I have to remind myself to give an activation code today within the show. Anyway, so since then I've been running, and actually, as a matter of fact, today to the 29th. So today, my first run on StepN was the 28th of August. So I've been running every single day for the month, 31 days now, right? Well, and I'm gonna share what I've learned throughout this show. And the thing is, it's very hard because I even had some cash put into this other app called StepN, and I was staking there. They were trying to do something like this, and you were gonna earn some of their tokens just by staking it. I just wanted to get into this. I do a lot of running. I like to run, so I do a lot of running. I really wanted to get into this type of game for a while now, and so I couldn't get a StepN activation code. It's so hard. You have because it's yeah. I mean, I'm not even gonna get into it. It's very difficult. That's why it's nice that I got one from one of the waiters in Greece. But so when I got that activation code, I just took my money out of Step app. It was called FitFi was the name of the token, and basically converted it to Solana because that FitFi was on the Avalanche app, so I had some Avalanche staked in there, so I got and converted it, put it into Solana, then I got into here. So that's the first thing. You have, if you want to get into this, you're gonna have to buy sneakers, right? Like digital sneakers, and you're gonna there's three chains that you could use, right? Because they've actually expanded. They originated on Solana, but now you could actually do the Binance as well as Bored Ape. I believe. Oh no, sorry, Ape, not Bored Ape token. So you could either Ape, Solana, and Binance. You could choose from those three ecosystems, I guess you want to call it. I'm doing the Solana, so because of this and Helium moving to Solana, I've been a bit more bullish of Solana. So that's a separate thing, but Solana seems pretty cool with me. So you have to have, if you decide what first get the app, get an activation code. You're gonna have to do all this stuff. It's quite intuitive. Then you're gonna have to create a wallet, and then you're gonna have to write down those the passphrase. I'm not gonna go into all that. What else? What is important here? Right, let's see what's on the next slide. Oh, haha, see, I was even getting ahead of myself. First, download the app as well. You're gonna have to do that. Then do all this jazz. Right, then you're gonna have to go to the marketplace and buy some shoes, right? Because you're gonna have your once you get the app, right? Then you have to put the activation code, right? But once you get the activation code, that's when you could actually start buy a shoe, right? So these are some of the interfaces that you will see. So when you buy a shoe, it'll populate in your screen. I don't want to share out the live of the wallet because it shows the email and some screens and stuff. And besides, I'd rather not show the IDs, the NFT IDs of my shoes actually. So I'm doing it this way and I'm blocking it out, but I'll do my best to explain. So let's go to the marketplace and take a look at shoes. This is good because I just saw this. Hold on for a sec. Where was this? All right, here we go. But I'll put this up on the screen for a minute. Here I gotta put my just give me a second. I gotta get my verification. So whenever you enter the marketplace or when you use the app, when you start a new run, you don't always have to log in. But this is how you always gotta do it. For the most time, if you get logged out of your phone or if you have to get into the marketplace, you have to get the confirm. But it's pretty. Like once you have your shoes, I'm not really going in and out of the marketplace so much, so it's like I haven't even done this in a while. Hold up. Let's go shopping for shoes. Alright, let's log in. Let's see. I just want to make sure. All right. So then you will be in a marketplace, and damn, they're so much cheaper now. See, like I wish I just waited. Y'all see, because one of the tips I'm telling you right now. So here's some tip, right? Wait, hold on. Once you're in here, let's go filter by sneaker. Then you're gonna probably want to start. If you're gonna start, you're probably gonna want to start with a common sneaker, walkers and joggers. See, I'm a jogger and a runner, right? But I'm gonna get into. So I got one of each. But let's see if you're starting like a man. This is. But then let's see for the. Let's do level. I'm just curious now. 20. Let's see. Okay, 1.5. Okay. Okay, so still so, but maybe for I'm curious. All right. These are not that bad. These are cheaper than when I got in. Actually, if I had just waited 1 month, I could have gotten a higher level sneaker. Well, that's how it is, right? That's how it is. So these are tips I'm telling you right now. When you're shopping for sneakers, you should go in here, right? And the main thing is efficiency. You want to get this thing as high as possible. Be careful, when you see this green bar, you have to always click base. The bases you really see, I can't really exactly understand what they do. I think it's more of like, this is like the potential when you level up and all that stuff, but you want to get I want to have a high base. Base, hello, can you go? Death row, what a brother now. Wow, 1.2, let me see how much, See, they're pretty cheap actually, but it's because the efficiency is quite low. And when you're shopping for shoes, what you really want is high efficiency, high resilience, right? So, and I don't think you could filter for efficiency, but so that's what it is. You have to first buy your sneakers, right? And now you have to. Another tip is, right, you have to know what's your style of, do you like to run? Are you a fast runner? Or if you know you're not going to be running so much, if you don't love to run, I really enjoy running. If you don't, and you don't see yourself running often, maybe a walker could be cool. Trainers actually are the most ideal because see, these things, like, they range from, in order for you to earn, you will have to go at a certain speed, right? And I'll show you the speeds in a moment. Like, for example, this is a runner. Runners has to be like 8 to up towards like 20 kilometers per hour, whereas a jogger is something like 4 to 8. No, sorry, 4 to 10. 4 to 10, right? And a walker is less than that. And a trainer is anything. You could be running, you could be walking. So actually trainers are, did I have walker? Let's see, trainers are expensive of that level. Let's see, up to like, let's see level 10. You can't, let's say 11. Right, how do joggers at this level? 1.2. Okay, so let's see, this is not that bad. Let's see, level 19, how much is this? This is how I would do it. Alright, but the base is quite low, right? If I were to shop now, knowing what I know, the little that I know, this is what I would do. I would look for a high level, because I have one pretty high level sneaker in comparison to the other, and it's a much better earner, and it sucks because it's buying itself on one account, and it's like, you'll see in a minute that I can only use it for 2 energy per day, which I'll go into in a minute. Okay, but you get it, right? You're gonna want to have high efficiency, because efficiency affects how much you earn for your runs, and resilience is more how, because every time you run, you have to repair it a little bit, like, because it deteriorates, right, over time. You have to repair it like you don't have to do it every day, but it's like a small amount every time you use it, but over time there is a lifespan of the shoe, and then you have to like buy gems or something to that you would need to upgrade it back to like full value. And that's where you kind of like goes into the gamification, the luck, and I'm not even sure about comfort. Luck is like you have these treasure boxes and stuff, but keeping it basic. Efficiency is how much you earn. Resilience affects how much you're having to pay to repair it, right? So then you buy your sneaker. Where is my PowerPoint? Right. So this is like the main interface, and then when you have like a couple more sneakers, you can scroll through your sneaker, and then when you ready for your run, you hit start, and then you go. It goes into this, and but you can go back and forth, right? But this is like the main screen while you're running. So I should have that sheet. No, go back. Well, no, I should have that image in the middle actually. But so when you're running, you can see this is the GST that you're earning, right? And this is the kilometers, and this is the speed. You have to keep this within the green to earn, right? This is the energy levels. There's like the energy levels down here. You know, by the way, this is going to be a very good video. I don't know. I don't want to say good. That's subjective, but I mean, it's going to be. This is the stuff that I wish I was looking for StepN videos right when I was getting StepN, and I'm going to just talk about the stuff that I wish someone spoke about. So I hope someone can take some stuff from this. I hope that someone can enjoy it and have fun with this if you so choose to partake. Whoa. Right, and then after the run, and then right here, this is important. Your energies. This is really, really important because you only for the amount. Here's how it works, right? There's a whole system where there's a thing where it's like when you have one sneaker, you have 2 energies, right? One sneaker, and then to have in your account, or your wallet, if you want to call it, right? If you have 3 sneakers, then you have 4 energies, right? What's an energy, right? Well, energy is basically the time. It's like it's time that you could earn. You could run and earn, basically, right? And it's basically what for every energy for every one energy is like 5 minutes. So like every 2 energies like 10 minutes. So in this case, I have 4 energies in this. No, wait a second. Hold on. It's 20. I have 20 minutes. Yeah. Wait a second. Because every minute this goes down 0.2, right? Yeah, that's right. So every minute this goes, you lose a 0.2 energy, and then you earn GST. So that's how it works. So this is like, wow, why does it keep doing that? This magic mouse has a mind of its own. So that's how it works, and then you get more if you have like 9. Hold on, I think it's like 9 sneakers in a wallet. You get it comes to like an hour of a workout, right? So for me, I like to run. I needed to right away. I had to kind of get a strategy. Like one sneaker wasn't enough, right? 10 minutes of running, because most of my runs are about at least 40 minutes, right? And again, this is where how your personal lifestyle is and how much you want to do this. So I needed to get more sneakers. So this, in my case, I wanted to really play this app to its max, right? At least with my lifestyle, right? So I needed that extra time to be able to earn. So again, getting into crypto. When I got into crypto, I'm trying to adapt these technologies into as much as possible in my daily life, right? So this is one of the examples. So I wanted to get enough sneakers to cover the time that I run every day. Well, now it's every day. So anyway, let's see. Right. So this I spoke about this. What the fridge? All right. Okay. All right. We spoke about that. All right. So these are three sneakers that I have on one phone. So it's like you're allowed to have multiple accounts. So the thing is, what I did. Do I have a slide for this? Hold on. Okay, I spoke about this already. This is year-end GST, yada yada. A fourth. Okay, so how it works, right? So I spoke about the energy things, right? And no matter how much energy you have, right? So say if you have this whole thing full, and you're able in one day to earn that much GST in a day in 24 hours, you earn a quarter of that every 4 hours, right? So in my case, since I have four energy levels, in Europe, Central Europe, these are the times that they refill. I get one at these times, right? So if you plan to, if you're running every day, you could basically every 24 hours you have your max amount. If you run within that 6 hours, like if I like to run every day, like at 9 o'clock between 9 o'clock in the morning and 3 in the afternoon, I could always do that run using my max amount, and by the next day, it's going to be refilled, right? Alright. So that's how that works, and receive one new activation code per 10 energy. So every time I use 10 of these, I get a new activation code that I can share, and that's how they have it where I can share it with people and get other users to play the game. Now, in my last episode, I'm gonna give one out now. And as a matter of fact, in my last episode, I gave one out, and I don't think anybody. Oh man, it logged me out because I logged in. Hold on, because I logged in on my desktop, it logged me out of my phone. But let me get back in here. If you give me a sec. So in my last episode, because nobody watches the show, no one took my activation code, so I'm gonna give 2 activation codes now, right? So if someone out there is looking for an activation code, if 2 people are out there, or if there's one person that wants to do it with 2 phones already, boom, you're on your way. I'm gonna give 2 activation codes. The first one is 36446856. Okay, that is one activation code. And the other one is the new one, because that was from the last show. 50333 There you go. 2 activation codes. So whoever wants to get into this, you could immediately start. All right. Well, the first person who uses that. So there you go. Right. What's next? So yeah, this is how it goes, right? So if you have like one sneaker, you get 2 energies, and you get like 10 minutes of running, right? So right away, with this format, you immediately think, okay, well, like if I have 9 phones, if I buy 9 phones and I only get 45 minutes, I mean, I would right away, I would rather have three sneakers on 3 different phones and get 1 hour, right? First of all. Or you could even have hold on, 2. You could even, in theory, that'd be way too much, but you could have like 6 separate phones, right? And you'd have 12. You would have 120. You would have 2 hours, right? So, that would be silly though, right? That would be kind of overkill and just way too much a to-do when you're just trying to get a run in. But this is good to know, right? I have 3 phones. I'll tell you right now. I have 3 phones because I have my personal phone and my work phone. Right, so those I pretty much have all the time, and I have one of my older, just like an old phone that, old iPhone 7 that just doesn't do anything really, just sits around. So, for a moment when I was getting into this, I was like, oh man, maybe I was like trying to find a reason that I would need internet, to pay for a plan on that extra phone, right? Just so I can like start StepN. But then right away when I'm seeing like the how like this whole thing, which you'll see in a minute, the economics of it, it's like, I'll tell you right now, I'm you know, I'm set to be a bit pragmatic. I don't see to reaching the ROI anytime, no time soon for sure. That's for sure, right? That's something I could be sure of, that I'm not gonna reach it anytime soon. But we'll get to that later. Point is, I forgot the fuck what I was talking about actually. See, this is what happens when I go live at 2 in the morning. I'm just so busy during the day. But anyway, so you know, I got 3 phones because I wanted, I was gonna get internet on an extra phone. That was stupid. Like but so I said no, that's not a good idea. I don't need that. So I didn't do it. But then I did realize, okay, I could hotspot. You know, while I'm using one phone, I can hotspot it. I was using 2 phones at first, but then like I wanted actually like the number. So I have 3 on each phone, but I like the number 7. That's actually more the reason why. So I have 3 phones on three sneakers on a phone each. That's six sneakers, and then 1 extra one with 1, right? And then I play around with that with timings, and then and these are my 3. These are my 2 phones. These are my 3. These are my 7 sneakers. Oh, so I get 50 minutes. Okay, so this is pretty good. Yeah, because my runs are usually 40 minutes, so sometimes I throw in a walk in there. Here's the thing. Here's another tip, right? You know, I was getting, you know, see, for one of ways that I learn is I just jump right in and just try to play with a new toy or software or whatever, and I just like to learn it as much as possible, make mistakes, etc. But in this case, right, it's like, how should I say, like you get stuck. I'm stuck with this configuration is what I'm trying to say, because they make it. Once you can't move phones, you can't move the sneakers out until you restore it, right? Completely. Like that's like a whole new restore. And nor you could sell it. You can't put it back in the market, because basically these sneakers are NFTs, right? And basically you could level them up, and then you could put it back in the market, which is marketplace, which we saw earlier. And then you could also like I could mint sneakers to make another sneaker, right? There's a lot of things you could do. That I'm not really going into, because that's like the gamification part, and to be honest, in my opinion, I think like I just want to run. I don't want to, because you're using your earnings to get gems and everything, and it's like you know, it's annoying. Like every time like you start a new run, it pops up, oh, your gem thing is full, so you can't, because like sometimes when you're running, because depending on your luck of your sneaker, you'll like have a new like a mystery box, right? And in there could be a gem or a scroll that you would need to mint a new sneaker, for example. But every time to open it up, it costs you GST, right? Of course. And of course, so I was like, you know, I just needed to see the experience, right? And I was like, okay, what the fuck is about these boxes, right? So I opened a couple of them up, and I would get, I forget the exact thing, but it cost me like 4 GST to open one, and then it pops up I got 3 GST, right? And I did another one, and I got a similar, so I basically lost like, you know, it comes out to like losing like 2 GST. Like I gained, you know, I didn't gain, it was like losing 7 GST, and they gave me 5. I won 5, so I really just lost 2. So that's, right away I was like, yeah, of course, right? And that's where that I feel a lot of StepN kind of falls in that, you know, scenario, right? Which I think is like I don't know if I have a picture here later. Well, I'll say it right now. It's the whole crane. It's the whole crane effect, right? That toy crane where it's like it gives you the illusion that you have a chance that you could get actual one of those dolls, but it's all rigged. Right. So, and like you could go for a run if I choose to go for one run, right? Like in like I only, if I choose to only use a certain amount of energy per sneaker, you could always start your and stop your run, right, and complete the run, and then start with another sneaker, right? So that's also possible. And then once you get your GST, you get it in your wallet. Now there's two separate wallets. There's your wallet that's connected. This is where you could move Solana, or actually you could actually move GMT because you could buy that off the market. I think you could probably trade depending on what exchange. You could probably get any of these, but you could move these currencies into this wallet, right? So one that I like to use is Solana. That's like the main. It's written on Solana, and Solana is like cheap and fast. So, and then you can switch over to a spending wallet. Now, spending wallet has a similar interface, but it's basically the wallet where you buy sneakers, where the GST that you earn goes into, right? So like what you kind of find yourself doing is like you're moving money into here, or Solana from your Solana wallet or somewhere else, move it into here, and then from there move it into your spending account, right? And then that's where you could like say buy a sneaker and whatnot. But the trading goes on this side, and also another way to think about it, yeah, is like the spending wallet is actually the wallet where it's like the game wallet, right? Where your NFTs are, right? Where your GST money, like where your game money is located. But then you could send your GST that you earn, you could transfer it to this wallet and then convert it to Solana, and that's how it works, right? So you're earning the game token, and then, or you could also convert it to USDC. GMT is basically the governance token of the app. So I guess the best way to describe it is like this is the app. This is the token of the app. Like if it was stocks, like this is their token, right? GST is merely an inflationary token, right? That just is printed out continuously, right? For people to earn. This is what makes the economics a bit, because you're always having to find, this is complete inflationary. So it's like, it's like money would have to keep coming in basically, right, to sustain it, or like they have to find different ways to sell products within the app or whatnot. But that's one of the things that makes this whole concept quite in some ways difficult to sustain. Like they would have, so yeah, sometimes, or I would feel they would have to come up with a really big idea that's like so novel and catchy, and it gets so super viral that everybody's on it, or like a big company buys it. But in this case, yeah, it's very I don't even know what to continue with that statement. When I snapshot this might be wow, this is actually pretty high. It's sank since then. Goodness. So anyway, we'll take a look at that in a minute later. So what I've been doing lately is well, you could take a look at this, and you could also trade within here, right? You could also trade going back and forth, and I've actually started doing that to play around, and that's actually getting me thinking about another ways of trading, not in here, but you could trade in here, and like you could look, just being aware of prices of GST to USD and Solana to USD, and chart like now what I do is basically I look for the times where GST is up and Solana is down, and that's when I convert it, right? In a nutshell. Strategy. This is my initial strategy when I like the first week or so, right? Run, sell GST on highs. Okay, still good. Accumulate Solana, GMT, trade with you at no. Fuck that. Continue until reach ROI. Play more of the game. Okay, nah. We just continue to reach ROI. That's all we're concerned about right now. Because here's what it is. Like I mentioned earlier, please refill sneaker, right? And as I delve deeper, because I wanted to shift some sneakers around, I wanted to put my prime sneaker in a different wallet so I could have more time to earn on it. But you have to, repair it in full. This HP restoration, it's a whole thing. You see, right now, like this, at the time that I took this sneaker is at 94.59%. You have to, in order to transfer your sneaker out of your wallet into another wallet, or to put it, or to if you want to put it on the marketplace to sell it, this has to be at 100%, right? So, and at below, I think it's at 20%, but I'm just like going around 25 just to have a bit of a margin. I'm gonna say somewhere around 20-25%. When the shoe reaches to that area, it no longer can earn, right? So they're basically worthless, right? So you'd have to, so basically, when it gets to that, you're gonna have to either, if you restore it, or what. But I don't know, at that point, I don't know how much that would cost, or how many gems and all that stuff, but then, that's when I started getting, okay, what the fuck, alright? HP needs to be restored via burning GST. Comfort gems, if left unattended following... Okay, see, this is where it says it has to be 100%. Okay, when the HP is less than 20, right? But I'm just thinking 25. Secret cannot be counted to provide energy in that realm. Okay. So now, this got me thinking, right? This really got me thinking, and I forgot. I don't remember exactly. Okay, this is what I was doing. So I saw that. I saw that. I believe that I wanted to see 70 runs per sneak. Okay, based on the data that I had and the percentage that it was going down, it came up 70 runs per sneaker, full runs, or 1400 GST, or about 1.3 SOL. Right? So now that I have 3, so basically that right there is telling me like it costed me about like 1.3 SOL. Right? So just on like based on like the amount of what I'm making on per run, if I max it out, I'm just gonna barely break even if I'm lucky. You see what I mean? On one sneaker, right? And by the way, I didn't mention this, but like there's always like you're gonna always want to like level up, right? You want to like this is like level 9. You want to keep leveling up because of I believe you earn a little more, but and then after, and it just costs some GST, right? And then but when there are certain parts where it'll cost you GST and GMT. Like there are, so for example, like don't get anything below level 4, because to go from 4 to 5 you have to pay with GST and GMT, right? And GMT is much more expensive, and I think even now that the GST is so shit, it like I calculated it, like for me to level up from like 9 to 10, I need like I think 30 GMT. Like I would have to on one sneaker run every single day for a month on one sneaker to just get the needed GMT to go from 9 to 10. You see what I'm saying? And then it's easy. Then it's just GST from like 11, 12, 13, 14. I haven't done that yet, right? But then I was like, starting to get more pissed. Like, what the fuck? But then it starts seeing like, damn, this is like you're barely breaking even, and you're always like, you just end up. They want for you to spend your GST as much as possible, right? And of course, it's a business. And the thing is, here's the thing. The question was, hey, is this like a Ponzi scheme, right? You know, a lot of these companies are Ponzi's, just big money grabs. But one thing, one thing is that I feel like when you break it down, every company is one big Ponzi, right? It's one big money grab, right? It's like if all they want you to do is all companies want is for you to for customers to buy their products and tell other people how great the product is, so they could also buy the products, right? And then when you buy the products, they also want you to sell you other products that go along with the previous products that you purchased, and you just keep going. That's just in some many ways is capitalism. So and like Ponzi is such like a shitty word, but in a sense, that's what everything is, isn't it? Right? So that's you could say any but the thing is, like, yeah, you don't want this to be a rug pull, right? That would really suck if everybody puts their money in, and then right in the middle of it, it just like stops and all the capital is gone. And you know what? That could be the case. That could be the case in any of these crypto ventures projects. You always have to assume that could definitely be the case. For me, so when I went into it, like I went through that process. Yeah, this could be a complete scam, right? Now I'm much more how should I say, distrustful to anything nowadays, and I think that's the way it should be. But it was like in total, it was to the amount of sneakers that I needed to buy to match my amounts of running. It's like it was about like $350, right? So I was thinking, and that was actually already in another project that wasn't doing anything. It was just sitting there. So it's like I didn't actually put any of capital into it. My own, So for me, it was like, okay, if this goes bust, all right, whatever. It's just right, just $350. But at the same time, I want to run anyway, right? So let's see. All right, so it gets to basically towards my conclusion, which is for a player and you want to just play, right? Say you just you think it's cute, like you love those kind of things like a Pokemon Go or I never really myself got into that stuff. I've seen like people on Facebook games back, throughout my whole adulthood, people get really into that. I never myself was, but if you're like that kind of stuff, this could be cool for you too, because you can get gems and other stuff, and when you think about it, sneakers. That's another way you could earn cash on this. Is like if you have sneakers and you mint them and then put them back on the marketplace and sell them. That's also another option. So if that's what you want, yeah. So if that could be cool. That could be cool. I don't know, because I'm not that. That's not really my thing. As an investor, to earn money, I don't think this is very difficult, because honestly, it's like it's so. When I make some calculations, and I'll make some calculations with you in a minute, it's just for me, the way it was looking, it would take me about 10 to 11 months to reach ROI. Right? So now I have to make calculations to see if my the total of my sneakers will even make that time. Investing in GMT very risky. Yeah, GMT. I don't know where this. Basically, it's all going. It seems, if you look at the chart, it looks like everything's going to zero. But if the thing is, we're in a bear market now. It's one of those things. If this app survives this bear market, and is still the only app that people are, the move to earn app. There's also Sweat app. That's a new thing I'm hearing about, Sweat app. But I looked on the site, it's still not as like straight running earning. That's it. I don't know, something different. But that's gonna come up. But this is still the first. And if it survives this bear market, it might be interesting if it survives. Now, as a runner, using it as a tool is pretty cool, right? So this is where I fall in, which I have no regrets getting into StepN, right? because self-education, game economics, trading, fun, creative way to dollar cost average. So that's actually a good one. So as a runner, as a tool, because I have let me just get back to my sneakers, right? I have like a runner. This is a runner, and this is a jogger, right? So first of all, I had to have a runner as well because the joggers only go up to 10 kilometers per hour. So if you're going faster than 10 kilometers per hour, then you're out of that green. You go too fast. You're moving too fast for a jogger, right? And sometimes if I'm listening to like some like really hard like, you know, music, and I'm like, then I noticed I was like going too fast, right? So I had to get a runner. So that's why I have runners. But here's the thing. Runners, it's like the minimum is you have to maintain that speed now, right? So you have to kind of like, if you're a runner, you understand like you have that really, really comfortable jog where it's like, you know, it's like, oh, you just keep going, right? And then if you go into like a couple gears down, like you know, higher, where you're really like running, you really like, even if there's like that point where you're not bolting, but like you're just like running, right? You're not comfortably jogging anymore. You're pushing it, right? Now you have to maintain that in over time, right? I think that's pretty cool because it's like using technology now as a machine to push myself to my using it as a motivational tool to push myself to further, right? Similar to like a running machine. On a running machine, you could put, you know, when you set up, you have your nice music, and then like you put that shit on like, I mean, I don't know if it's kilometers or miles, but like, you know, 14 or something or 15, and like you're just like bah 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 bah. You feel like the Terminator 2000, the liquid Terminator, how he was like running bah bah. You know, you doing one of those with the music. Woo, feels good. Now that is very difficult to do in the street. I like running in the street over a running machine, right? But in the running machine, you could do that. Like on the street, it's hard to, you could sprint, you know, you could sprint, but it's just it's much when it's getting harder to keep going. There's nothing there to push you. Like no, you can't stop, right? You can't, like, you know, like a machine does. Or in this case, knowing that okay, if I dip down, I'm not earning money. You see what I'm saying? So using that as a tool, I think is kind of cool. I'm finding like, and I have to maintain that speed, right? And also these are like, again, this is that what I'm not regretting. I ran every single day. I haven't missed one day of running in the past month. Okay, I feel fucking amazing, right? I feel like in the best shape, and I was already in good shape prior to running this, but I feel like even you know, the first couple weeks I was a bit sore, but then now I'm not sore when I'm getting up, so it's like conditioning, right? I think I'm having fun doing that. So that using it as a tool is cool. But another suggestion, if you're gonna do this type of setup, I would suggest to have maybe like one trainer in each. So if you could do like in some days, like honestly, like I wish like, oh, I could take a day off and not run, but do a full walk, right? Because I realized like the speed doesn't really affect you're not earning more if you're running faster, really. It doesn't appear. So it's like, why not just like have the ability to walk the whole day as well? But not the case for me, right? So basically as a plan, I'm just gonna keep running in until hopefully I get my strategy, accumulate soul as quickly as, yeah. So this is when my strategy changed, when I realized, oh fuck man, this is just a fucking a crane game, just a crane game, but it's fun. I'm having fun playing. Okay, accumulate Solana as quickly as possible. Wear out each suit to its last run and GST. Often trade GST for USD and Sol, depending on market volume. Okay, well, keep making new games, revisit, and when I say games, these are like I play games with myself now, which is pretty. That's another thing that I like, right? Let me just revisit and adjust strategy. Okay, so basically, revisit when they're all worn, or see if you want to buy gems, see if you want to continue, or if we reach ROI, let's see what we could adjust the strategy. When I say making games, now that when I was reading reviews on this, some people, like, I read a couple of reviews where people were saying like, oh, I don't like how it's changed my habits of running, right? And and right away I'm like, oh, what a, I just like, oh, that's that like I felt, I just like, oh, that type of thinking, that guy's lame, right? Because you could either be like a sourpuss and be like, I don't like this change, or you could take it and adapt it into something new and better, right? So now I'm always, every day, it's like I'm thinking about new, like if I have to do groceries, right? Or I've been walking, running everywhere, right? So if I'll do a plan, like, okay, I'm gonna run here, hit the groceries, and walk back. It's a whole thing. It's fun, and also games with the trading. I'm not doing that much trading, but that's something else. But okay, I'm wondering if I'm forgetting anything that I would like to. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Dreams do come true. So, once in a while you could get that Hello Kitty doll, right? I'm wondering if I'm forgetting anything. How long has this show been going? 36 minutes. I feel like I'm forgetting to say something. Oh, right. So this is important. So I wanted to show you guys this. So this, and okay, now this is where I am liking. Cause I'm getting sick with it, ladies and gents. Hold on, wow. Why did I do that? Okay. Because prior to this to be the only thing that I've been taking record of as far as my tradings and these projects has been Operation Turtle Power, right? Where I've been dollar cost averaging into my daughter's Binance account. Oh shit. Oh yeah, we covered that. We got a bit of BTC, and all these trades, all these things I haven't been keeping up, and I don't think that's cool. I'm not saying that didn't cool. I was now that I've learned anything, now is a good time that I really need to start structuring and documenting my trades and my buys and what I'm doing, and from that I could pull analytics or whatnot, right? Or develop strategies based on the analytics that I can get from all this, documenting all of this, right? So what I've been doing, so here are my sneakers, right? I have the numbers whited out or blacked out just because I rather not share that for the moment. So this is what I do. Every time after the run, this is what I do. I'm taking you through it now. Boom. We're going to do this together because I purposely did not do this. I usually do this after I get out the shower, first thing after my workout. So I go into my app, right? And then we're going to see how much I made today. We are going to see how much we made today. So what shoe did I use today? Okay, I first went with the runner, right? I copy the shoe ID, I paste it. I went with that runner. We made 1093 GST. Yes, here in Europe they use commas for decimals. Don't ask. And for that I use 2 energy levels, right? and look at the repair costs in a minute. And then what else did I use? This guy. You know, I happen to. I like this kind. I like using Excel. Like, I mean, I'm like so crazy about it, but I like it when you could create something and it works. Especially like with formulas and stuff. Right. So now let's repair them. I'm gonna repair each one. This one's gonna cost me 205. Alright, and this one is gonna cost me 164. So you see, like, this one has a higher. I'm not gonna go into the profile and everything, but this one would have a higher resilience as the other one, which is why the repair cost is less. Okay, let's go on my other phone now. Okay. This sneaker, this is at a lower level. I think it's at level 4. 870, so it doesn't really make that much. You know, and the thing is, I'm using the runners as much as possible now, because with this strategy, it's like, you know, it's I want to get the hard stuff out the way. You get it? These runners. That's cool. It's a challenge. It is a challenge. And I went with these joggers. Right. 1092. 2. And last but not least, this is my baby right here in my unicorn profile. Oops, Command Z. That needs to be over there. And wait, let me. Oh, sugar! I have to repair these guys first. All right, I'm gonna try to just. All right, I'll be quick. I'm gonna be quick. Because this is not really engaging TV. 205 for this guy. And we got. What do we got? 1,7. Alright, at least play some music while we do this. You know what I'm saying? Je know. Let's see what we got here. Alright, just play this. Okay, one more sneaker to go. I already pasted that amount in there. Where's my phone? See, this was like my main earner right here, man. Off 2 energies. She's making like 30% more than these other guys. Right. So copy. Okay. So basically, scroll this down to. Alright, let's populate the amount of steps. I have a formula working in there, and then we also have this. See the full amount. Copy. Paste that for today. This one is going up to 127. Alright, and GST today is right now. GST is at 20.2 cents. This is what I'm running for, guys. I what did we say, 26? So we made $1.23 today. So that's basically it. I'm. Yeah. So, I guess the way I'm pitching it is like it's not. I don't know. I guess it doesn't sound so ideal, but it's up to you. You don't have to have as many sneakers. Maybe if you want to have, if anything, you could have like 2 phones with 2 sneakers, and you end up already with 4 energies, which is actually that would be the same as you would get with 3 sneakers on 1 phone. If you just got 2 sneakers on 2 separate phones, you would already have 2 energies. That, that could be something. If you want something to start with, maybe get a trainer, so you could walk. I mean, I don't know. I feel like if you can keep your buy-in money low, and you're not expecting to get anything back, but you're just doing it to play, and maybe there's some good changes in this market and play to earn market, and maybe it could be you've positioned yourself well because you're in there already. That that could be possible, but unlikely. I don't know. So I'm not gonna say I'm enjoying using it because I like to run, and as I said, it's actually making me run every single day so much more, and also I'm having fun with it, making a game all the time, playing, doing it's a game every day how I'm going to do my routine, right? I'm enjoying that, and I'm enjoying the fact that it is pushing me, it's motivating me, it's pushing me to another physical level. So on that, yes, I am enjoying this tool. It's motivating me to do these things by earning crypto. So there it is. So I'm gonna end this now. I'm actually gonna take. It's the end of the month, and I could go see on this side right here. I don't know if I want to keep going and show you this, but it'll be the full. I'm going to, what I do is, here. I gotta go to the top. Yeah, I keep track of the deposits, and it's not really weekly now. It's like depending on the market. If Green Satoshi is up against Solana, that's the time I have to take off my Green Satoshi, move it into my global wallet, and then trade it for Solana. Well, they're both down 33, but this is 26. Although Solana is quite down. It's red. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I'm not gonna. I might, and then I'm gonna make some calculations, some full month calculations. But I'm not gonna do this live because that's just gonna be a lot of boring screen time. But I'm gonna do it on my own. Thanks for joining, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. And have a good time running. Have a good run. Godspeed. I have to be ready to press that end session button when I end this.